Hi everyone, welcome back to Easy Peasy classes. This video is the second part of unitary method wherein we will be dealing with the previous year questions on unitary method based questions, and this is for your JNB entrance exam. Without wasting time, let's get started. Before to start, I have few instructions to the candidates. Those who are watching it for the first time, you don't have to watch this. You can go back and watch all the topic wise videos and you can come back and you can attend these questions. And this video is for your revision as well as for your practice purpose. You can practice these questions for your upcoming examinations. So let's get started. A moped costs 7,200. A scooter costs 3,750 more. What is the total cost of moped and scooter? The cost of moped is what? Cost of moped is 7,250 rupees. 7,250 rupees. This is very simple. And what about the scooter? The scooter cost 3,750 rupees more. What more? More than the moped. So it will cost 3,750 more than scooter. So the scooter cost is 7,250 and it will cost more. That means you need to add this particular value to the scooter moped value. That will be 3,750 rupees. So what is the total cost now? What is the total price of the moped and scooter? So you need to sum up all the numbers, right? You need to sum up all the numbers. Let's do that. 0, 0, 0, 0, 5 plus 3 times. So 5 3 is a 15, 1 carry over, 1 carry over, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 7 is 12, 1 carry over, so 1 plus 7, 8, 8 plus 7, 15, 15 plus 3, 18. So 18,250 rupees. 18,250 rupees is the right answer. Option first is the right answer for this one. Option 1 is the right answer for this question. Let's move ahead. A person gets 15 rupees per 1 hour. Okay, so for every 1 hour of work, he will be paid 15 rupees. If he works for 8 hours daily for 5 days, how much will he earn? If he works for 8 hours per day, for 8 hours for daily for 5 hours, I'm sorry, wrong. If he works 8 hours daily for 5 continuous days, how much will he earn? Okay, we know that for 1 hour, okay, for 1 hour he will earn 15 rupees. Okay, for 1 hour he will earn 15 rupees. And in the right way to write is like this: 1 hour he will earn 15 rupees. 15 rupees. Okay, 15 rupees. For 5 days, for 5, each day he is working for 8 hours. Each day he is working for 8 hours. And for 5 days, you will have to multiply it with 5. For 5 days, he will be working for 40 hours. He will be working for 40 hours. And we need to find what is the amount paid for him. What is the amount paid to him for 40 hours. For 1 hour, 15 rupees is paid. For 40 hours, you need to multiply 15 with 40. You will get 600. 15 4s is 60 and one more 0. 60, one more 0, 600. 600 is the total amount. 600 is the total amount which is to be paid. Okay, he will earn 600 rupees in total. So 40 hours are the number of hours for 5 days. So for every hour he's to be paid 15 rupees. He's earning 15 rupees. So 40 hours into 15 rupees will give you 600 rupees. 600 rupees. Option 4 is the right answer for this question. Some oranges were purchased by 3 persons for 3 rupees. 5.25 rupees and 6.75 rupees respectively. What is the maximum price of an orange? What is the maximum price of an orange? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. We don't even know what are the number of oranges purchased by these 3 persons. They are telling some X oranges. Okay, some X number of oranges were purchased by 3 people for 3 rupees, 5.25 rupees and 6.75 rupees respectively. Now, what is the maximum price of an orange? Maximum, minimum, maximum, minimum, Maximum means highest common factor, minimum means least common factor. Maximum means highest common factor, minimum means least common multiple. Okay, so we know we need to find the highest common factor of these three numbers, and all three numbers are in decimals. All three numbers are in decimals. All three numbers are decimals. Okay, and if I shift equal number of numbers to the left hand side of the decimal point, it won't change my answer. So I will call it as 300, I will call it as 525, I will call it as 675. Okay, 675. That means I'm taking them in paise. All of them were in rupees, right? All of them were rupees. Now I have converted them into paise. That paise means, converting to paise means multiplying 100 to these numbers, then I will get it in paise. All of these are in paise. Okay. So that means without decimal point, adding, subtracting, dividing, the basic operations becomes very easier, right? That is the fun here. And anyways, we have these three numbers, 300, 525 and 675. Among the given three numbers, which one is the greatest number? 675. 675, right? 675. Now start dividing this greatest number with the second greatest number, that is 525. 525. Let's do the division. 525 ones are 25. 525. So after dividing this, you will be getting 150. 150. Now make this remainder as the divisor. Make this remainder as the divisor, and take up the earlier divisor as the dividend. 525 as the dividend. 525 as the dividend. So 150 into 3 is a 450. 150 3 is a 450. 450. Now subtract this, what you will get? 5. 12 minus 5 is 7. 12 minus 5 is 7, and you will get 0. So 75. This remainder, make it as a divisor. Take this divisor and make it as a dividend. Now start dividing. 75 twos are 150. So you will get zeros. So now at the point of time wherein we will find the zeros, the immediate divisor becomes the highest common factor for these two numbers. Okay, so now you have 75. Now make use of 75. The highest common factor of these two numbers, and compare it with the other number is 300. Right? So you need to find the highest common factor for these two numbers. Now the same steps follows. 300 is the greatest number, so 75 is the least number here. So divide them. 75 4s are, so you got remainder 0. So the immediate divisor is 75. So this becomes the highest common factor of all the given. So all of them were in paises. So 75 should also be a paise. So option 2 is the right answer. For this question. All the numbers we considered for highest common factor were in paise, and the highest common factor we find will also be in paise. Therefore, option 2 is the right answer for this question. The cost of 7 chairs is equal to the cost of 2 tables. Very well. The cost of 7 chairs is equal to the cost of 2 tables. Okay. The cost of a table is, so one table's cost is 1050 rupees. Therefore, I will get the total cost of the tables. So for one table it is costing 1050 rupees. Then for 2 tables I will have to multiply 2 with 1050. This is very simple multiplication. Okay, so this is given in the question. The cost of a table is 1050 rupees. The cost of a chair will be what? The cost of the chair will be, I don't know. We don't know the cost. Let's call it as X. Right? So let's do the division. So instead of taking these chairs and tables, I will take away these figures. So I will get it as 7x is equal to, or 7x or 7 into x is equal to 2 into 1050. 2 into 1050, or the value x is equal to 2 into 1050 rupees divided by 7. 7 ones are 7, 7 ones are 7. 10 minus 7 will leave you with 3. So 35 is there. 35 is there. 7 5s are 35. 1 0 is there. 7 zeros is 7 zeros is 0. So 2 into 150. 2 into 150 will give you what? X is equal to 300. 300 rupees is the cost of a chair. 300 rupees is the cost of the chair. Option 3 is the right answer for this question. Okay. 4 men complete a piece of work in 3 days. Okay, very well. What is the volume of work then? 4 men completing the work in 3 days. 3 days. This is the volume of the work. This is the volume of the work. And they are saying in how many days one man will complete the same work. In how many, this will be equal to, the volume of the work will always be same, right? The volume or the quantity of work, whether it is done by 3 men or whether it is done by 1 person, it doesn't change. The volume, one man will complete the same work, in how many days, which we don't know. We will call it as x. Okay. So let me get rid of all these m and d's. 4 into 3 is equal to 1 and 1 into x, or 12 is equal to x, or x is equal to both are 1x. So one person will take 12 days in order to complete the work. One person alone will take 12 days in order to complete the work is there. Anyways, let's move ahead. A train covers a distance of 60 km in 50 minutes. How much time will it take to cover 210 km? Alright, this can be done with the ratio proportion method, right? So it covers 60 kilometers in 50 minutes. Therefore, it will cover 210 kilometers. Is kilometers? Minutes? MIN, right? MIN. And this is kilometer. It will cover 210 kilometers in x minute. We don't know the value, so we will call it as x minute. So what will happen now? You know how to convert this into fractions. 60 by 50 is equal to 210 by x. So 1 0 this cancels away. So 5 will go there, x will go there. So what will you get? 6 into x is equal to 210 into 5. So this 6 will come down. So I will write this 6 and I will take away this 6. Okay. So now can we divide these numbers? Yes, we can divide. We can divide them. How to divide them? 6 ones are 6. 6 ones are 6. 6 threes are 18. 6 threes are 18. 21 minus 18 will give you 3. 21 minus 18 will leave you with 3. Right? 6 fives are 30. 6 fives are 30. So x is equal to 35 into 5. So if I multiply it, 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15 plus 2, 17. So he will cover 210 kilometers in 175 minutes. 175 minutes. Option 1 is the right answer for this question. Option 1 is the right answer for this question. Okay, so this way ratio and proportion becomes very handy in order to solve such questions. Anyways, let's move ahead. A can take a table in 3 days. A can make a table in 3 days. Okay, while his friend can make it in 6 days. A and his friend together will make a table in how many days? A can make a table in 3 days. Very well. While his friend can make a table in 6 days. So A can do it. A can complete the job in 3 days. B can complete the job in 6 days. So what is the volume of work? Is 6. And what is the capacity units? Total units is 6 units of work. And what is their equal each individual capacities? A can do 2 units of work in a day, and B can contribute around 1 unit per day, because they are LCM. 3 2s are 6, 6 1s are 6, right? So in total per day they will be working for 3 units. So if A and his friend B together will make the table in how many days? together, can they make it in how many days? I think they can make it in 3 days, right? No, let us see. So total work is 6 units. So and their individual capacity, sum of their individual capacity is 3 units. So 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. They can do the work in 2 days. They can do the work in 2 days. Option 2 is the right answer. Option 2 is the right answer for this question. 7 goats costs 560 rupees. What is the cost of 30 goats? Okay, so this can be done with the help of ratio proportion. 7 goats will cost us 560 rupees. Therefore, what about the 30 goats? 30 goats will cost how much? We don't know, and we will call it as X. We will call it as X rupees. Okay, we will call it as X. Let's do it. 7 by 560 will be equal to 30 by X. 30 by X. 7 ones are 7. 7 8s are 56. 7 zeros are 0. Cross multiply X as well. So here it becomes 1 into X is equal to 30 into 80. 30 into 80. X is equal to 8 3s is 24. And last 2 zeros are there. Keep those zeros. Okay. Therefore, X, the price of the cost of 30 goats is 2,400 rupees. 2,400 rupees is the cost of 30 goats. The cost of 30 goats is 2,400 rupees. Option 4 is the right answer for this question. Let's move ahead. If 1 dozen notebooks cost 42 rupees, find the cost of 5 notebooks. So 1 dozen notebooks, 1 dozen books, right? 1 dozen books will cost you 42 rupees. What is 1 dozen? It's 12 books. It is actually 12 books. 12 books is costing you around 42 rupees. Okay. So what about 1 book? 1 book will cost you around 42 divided by 12. This 12 will go down, right? And they are asking us to find the cost of 5 notebooks. Cost of 5 notebooks. So 5 books is equal to 42 by 12 into 5. 42 by 12 into 5. What will happen now? Is it divisible by 3? Yes, it is divisible by 3. 3 4s are 12. 3 4s are 12. 3 14s are is 42. Right? So you will get 14 into 5 by 4. It can be divided by 2. 2 2s are 4. 2 7s are 14. 2 7s are 14. So you will get around 35 by 2, and this is the cost of 5 notebooks, and we need to bring it down to decimal form. So let's divide it. 35 by 2. 2 1s are 2. I'm sorry. 2 1s are 2. You get the remainder 0. Now 5 comes down. 2 2s are 4. 1 remains. 1 remains. No. The remainder is not 0. I'm sorry. I'm making a mistake here. I've done a mistake here. 2 1s are 2. 1 is the remainder. 3 minus 2 is 1. Terrible mistake. I'm sorry. And 5 gets down. And 2 7s is 14. So you get the remainder 1. So you will keep a 0. You keep a point here. 2 5s are 10. 2 5. So you will get the remainder 0. So the quotient is 17.5, and the cost of 5 notebooks will be 17.5 rupees, not 17.50 rupees. Option 1 is the right answer for this question. Option 1 is the right answer for this question. Let's move on. How many packets of 25 gram each can be made out of 3 kg of sugar? How many packets of 25 gram each can be made out of 3 kg of sugar? That means 3 kg of sugar is to be packed into 25 grams of packets. This is how we need to do. Divide 3 kg by 25 grams. Can we do it? We can, but now we can't, because both of them are in different units. Here kg is there, here grams are there. You need to convert them into simpler forms. 3 kg converted can be done into grams by multiplying with 1,000. So it becomes 3,000 grams by 25 grams. 3,000 grams, 25 grams. Okay, so let's divide it by 25. 25 ones are 25. 25 4s are 100. 25 zeros are 0. So you get 3 into 40. 40 into 3 is equal to 120. So this can be the 25 gram packets can be made into 120 packets. The number of packets which have 25 grams packets will be 120 packets. Option 2 is the right answer for this question. A boy runs 1 kilometer in 12 minutes. Very fine. How long will it take to run 400 meters? 400 meters. See, again, he can run 1 kilometer in 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Therefore, what about his 400-meter running? How much time will it take? How much time will it take? Which we don't know. Which we don't know. Why? Because, of course, you can find it by ratio and proportion method. But here, see, here it is kilometers. Here it is meters. All the units must be same. So you will take 1 kilometer as 1000 meters. Then you can do the math. Okay, so let's do it. So this will be equal to 1000 divided by 12 is equal to 400 divided by x. X means the required amount of time in order to run, in order to cover a distance of 400 meters by the boy. Okay, let's cancel out these two zeros. These two zeros will go away. 2 5s are 10, 2 6 are 12, right? 2 6 are 12, and what you get? You will get around, x will be, cross multiply the things, cross multiply them. X is equal to 6 into 4 by 5, 6 into 4 by 5, and what you will get? 6 4s are, 6 4s are is 24, 24 by 5 minutes, 24 by 5 minutes. So how to do this? You will be done with 4, this can be 5, 24 by 5 minutes can be done as, this can be further simplified as 24 by 5, 5 4s are 20, and you are left with 4, right? You are left with 4. This can be written as, x is equal to 4 by 5, right? 4 by 5 minutes, or you can also write this as x is equal to 4 plus 4 minutes plus 4 by 5 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes plus 4 by 5 minutes. Okay, I will take this down. I have very less space to work. Okay, so 4 minutes plus 4 by 5 minutes. So why I took this as a 4 by 5 minutes, I need to convert them into seconds, okay? So that I will get a better picture. Instead of having decimals and fractions, hours and minutes, we should have a better picture. So 4 by 5 minutes will be equal to 4 by 5 into 60 seconds. 60 seconds, right? So 5 ones are 5, 5 12s are 60, 4 12s are 12 4s are 48. So 4 by 5 minutes is equal to 48. Therefore, the answer for this question is 4 minutes 48. 4 minutes 48 seconds is the right answer, but we have the nearest value as 4 minutes and 80 seconds. 4 minutes and 80 seconds. See, 80 seconds can't be an answer, right answer, because it will be 5 minutes and 20 seconds. 5 minutes and 20 seconds, right? So this can't be the right answer. The right answer is 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Here it is given wrong. Don't worry, when you are given a wrong answer, you must find the nearest answer, okay? You must always find the nearest answer. 4 minutes 48 seconds is the right answer. Anyways, let's move ahead. If 21 cows eat as much as 15 oxen, how many cows will eat as much as 25 oxen? 21 cows will eat as much as 15 oxen, right? 15 oxen. Then how many cows will eat as much as 25 oxen? Simple ratio proportion question. 21 by 15 is equal to x by 25. So 3 7s are 21, 3 5s are 15. What will happen now? 5 1s are 5, 5 5s are 25. Cross multiply, x will be equal to 35. 35 cows will eat as much as 25 oxen. So 35 is the right answer for this question. Option 4 is the right answer for this question. Alright. A daily wages servant gets 10 rupees per day. A daily wages servant gets 10 rupees per day. What amount will he receive in the month of August? In the month of August. So how many days are there in the month of August? You need to know how many days are there in the month of August. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Okay, we are here, August. So 31 days, 28 or 29 days, 31 days, 30 days, 31 days, right? So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 30 days, 31 days, and 31 days. So the month August will have 31 days. It will have 31 days. Therefore, per day he is paid, for every day he is paid 10 rupees. For one day he is paid 10 rupees. So what about for 31 days in August? How much will he be paid? 1 by 10 is equal to 31 by x, or x is equal to 31 into 10 cross multiplied. I just cross multiply. So I will get 310 rupees. 310 rupees. 310 rupees. Option 3 is the right answer. Option 3 is the right answer for this question. Let's move ahead. If 4 men can do a piece of work in 3 days, if 4 men can do a piece of work in 3 days, in how many days will the 6 men do? What is the volume of work in both the cases? The volume of the work is same. The volume of work will be equal to first volume of work is equal to second volume of work. So 4 men can do a piece of job in 3 days. This is the volume of work, is equal to the volume of work done by the 6 men. 6 men will do it in how many days, which we don't know. Put it as x. Put it as x. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. You can cancel it out here. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. I can cancel out here. So 2 will be equal to x, or 6 men can do the job in 2 days. Option 2 is the right answer. Option 2 is the right answer for this. Let's move ahead. The cost of 5 tables is the same as the cost of 7 chairs. Cost of 5 tables is same as cost of 7 chairs, but cost per table or cost per chair we don't know, right? If the cost of one table is 210 rupees, now we know. Find the cost of the chair, which we don't know. If the cost of 5 table is 210 rupees, the cost of the chair, and we know both are equal. Both the prices are equal. That's given in the question. Let me call this as x. Let me call this as. So let us solve this. We will take away this t. This is creating the disturbance here. Okay. Now everything is equal. So can I divide it here itself? 7 ones are 7, 7 3s are 21, 7 zeros are 0. So therefore I get x here on the right hand side. On the left hand side, 5 3s are 15, 150 rupees. So the cost of 7 chairs. The cost of 7 chairs is 150 rupees. Cost of 7 chair 150 rupees. Option 1 is the right answer. Option 1 is the right answer. I'm sorry, not cost of 7 chairs, it's cost of 1 chair. Cost of 1 chair is 150. Okay. A port had provisions for 1,200 men. A port had provisions for 1,200 men for 20 days. If 400 men joined the fort, I'm sorry, it's not a port, it's a fort. A fort had provisions for 1,200 men for 20 days. If 400 men joined the fort on the first day, how long would the food last at the same rate? How long would the food last at the same rate? So what is the provisions? What is the total volume of provisions available? What is the total volume of ration available? The food available is 1,200 people is available for 1,200 people for 20 days. For 20. What will happen? Now what will happen if there are I can write it in this way also. The total available food for all the people is 1,200 into 20 people. 20 days. So this is the total amount of food available. Suppose on the first day 400 more joined, then what happens? How many people will be there? If 400 joins to the 1200 people, how many people will you get? You will get 1600 people. 1600 people. And we don't know what is the food available. For how many days will it run? For how many days will it run, which we don't know. So we will call it as X. We will call it as X. So these two zeros will go away very immediately. And you know, 2 ones are, I'm sorry, let me not take this part. I will take it with 12. 4 3s are 12, 4 4s are 16. 4 3s are 12 and 4 4s are 16. And 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are 20. So in the right hand side, you get 1 into X. On the left hand side, you get 3 into 5. Or 15 is equal to X. Therefore, the available food will run for 1600 people for 15 days. Okay? 15 days is the right answer. 15 days is the right answer for this question. Let's go move ahead. 20 books are bought for 200 rupees. How much will 45 books cost? 20 books are bought for 200 rupees. Therefore 45 books will cost what rupees, which we don't know. We will call it X. So let's do it. 20 by 200 is equal to 45 by X. This 0 goes away. 2 1s are 2, 2 10s are 20. So X cross multiply, 10 cross multiply. 1 into X equal to 45 into 10. 45 into 10. Now let's multiply them. X will be equal to 45 into 10 is 450. So it will be equal to 450 rupees. Option 2 is the right answer. Option 2 is the right answer for this question. Kumar Mangalams earns 1500 per month. Okay. He spends 800 rupees on food, 200 on the house rent, and 200 on the education of his son. Calculate his yearly earnings. Calculate his yearly earnings. So his total earnings is 1500 rupees minus his total expenditure is 800 rupees plus 200 rupees plus 200 rupees for various reasons, and rest all the amount is the savings per month, right? Savings per month, this is very important. Salary given to us is per month salary, okay? So let's do the job. 1500 minus, let's do the math. 800 plus 200 is 1000, 1000 plus 200 is 1200. So 1500 minus 1200 will give you savings per month, which is equal to 300 rupees. Savings per year, annual savings, yearly savings will be equal to yearly savings will be equal to 300 rupees per month into 12 months, because there are 12 months in a year. So 12 3s is 36, 3600 or 3600 rupees is the savings per annum from Kumar Mangalam. Okay, so this is option 1 is the right answer for this question. Let's move ahead. Okay, that was the last question. If you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe. And if you haven't watched the previous video, the first part of this video, you can go back and watch it in the channel. It's available in the playlist called Topic Wise Previous Year Questions for Java Navodaya Vidyalaya Entrance Test. And that's all. Subscribe, share, like, comment if you want more such contents in the comment section. And with this, I would like to conclude this video. See you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching.